Hello guys, welcome back to another Disney Pixar Cars Diecast review, and today we'll be reviewing the GRC version of Raoul ÇaRoule from the GRC Expanded Universe series. Like I said in my Cruise review, I got this guy alongside the Cruiser GRC version from one of my friends for my birthday. If you are watching this, then thank you so much for this. I'm still really grateful for these. And yeah, not really much else to say. The GRC range was a range that was made in like 2025, 2024, I think. It could have been 2020, I can't remember. And it's basically like a Global Racers Cup, a series that has all the World Grand Prix races, plus Lightning McQueen, Jackson Storm and Cruz Ramirez in like this new paint job. It's a lot like the old Turok, I think it was. It's that TROC ranges that they did way back in the 2010s between Cars 2 and Cars 3. But it had a lot of like the Carnival Cup, the Neon races, and all that. Those were like major parts of the Diecast range back then. But they abandoned those when Cars 3 came out and started doing the XRS stuff. Which a lot of people, have complained about for years, I think, and they wanted to see these T-Rock race kind of Expanded Universe lines back. And that's kind of what we got with the GRC. I don't think they made a book about it. They could have done, I'm not sure. But it's been short-lived because now this year they're replaced with Race and Rescue. Or I think they were replaced with Race and Rescue last year. I can't remember. These were like... these were 2024. I was wrong in my last review. These were 2024. Then the Race and Rescue stuff was 2025, and that's the Race to Celebrate stuff in 2026. So, yeah, these guys didn't really last that long, which is a real shame, because I think that line had a lot of potential. To make some really cool diecasts. The Race and Rescue stuff, really, started to get on my nerves after a while, seeing it on the shelves. It was a really weird range. It was good at the start, but then it just gone out on the drain. I wish there was like a consistent series again. Like as flawed as XRS was, there was that consistency of it being under that umbrella. So you had like the mud races, the mud races, the drag races, the rocket races. They could have done various like different off-road championships. They could have done like a terrain race, similar to like what Raoul ÇaRoule is with the rally cars, so they could have had like dirt textures on them and then special spoilers, or they could have done like the 24-hour endurance race concept was really cool. They didn't really take advantage of that though, besides like making them like these weird colours that I think changed, if I recall, but they could have made them like glow in the dark or something. They were not glow in the dark, but like similar to the neon races in a sense. Or they could have done like, carbon fibre, like the old T-Rock stuff. But I digress. I'm just trying to bump up the runtime, I think, because there's not really much to say in these reviews on the Expanded Universe stuff that I haven't said already. So these reviews are often quite short. So Raoul has a very nice smiling expression. He's a unibody, which is really nice, as in like most of it is one solid piece. Besides like the rearview mirrors and the spoiler, which is nice because the original I think is, that's a mouth plate on the original. This is my original from like way back when. I've had this since I was a kid, really long time. So we've got a smiling expression, the GRC logo on the hood, which is really interesting because the original was GRC as well, but I think that stands for something else, according to the Meet Cars bio, if I recall. The French logo is obviously plastered in and more subtle. Well, I always thought the Royal Grand Prix did a good job of making the cultures of all these countries, into their design. But on the GRC, I think it's a lot less prominent, if you take my meaning. You got the contingency sponsors, which were on Cruise, which include focus Ride, Review, Ravioli, and Petriola, I think. GRC number 6, GRC again. The French flag kind of incorporated. I really love the kind of hexagon textures. Cruise had it as well. It's really cool. It looks very futuristic and sleek. It really looks nice. Got the eye plate there, and this is the Thailand diecast, not a China one, because this was turning 04, so it would be a bit more older. Got the red here as well. On the back you have GRC, the red, and of course the spoiler with the GRC as well. The exhaust. And then here is the base. Let's compare them to regular Raoule. Get my camera to focus. There we go. Here is the side. And yeah. Anyway guys, that'll be all for this video. See you guys next time. Bye now.